Hello there, people of the internet. So those of you who don't know, I recently lost my old gun range that I've been using because there's people working behind it and I don't exactly want to go blasting rounds in that direction with people back there. So I went ahead and I established myself like a new temporary area where I can shoot and make content. It's not exactly the best solution, most practical thing. I was hoping to be able to shoot the car basically until it turns into gravel. I still plan on doing that depending on what it is that they have going on behind my old normal gun range. But until there's people no longer back there, I still have content to make. So I went ahead and I made myself a little temporary setup in this direction, which is the complete opposite direction of the original gun range. And I was thinking, what video am I going to make for the first episode of this, gun range? And while I was thinking about that, I was like, you know what, I'll think about it on lunch. So I went to go make some lunch, and my goddamn microwave gave out. And I was like, well, looks like I figured out. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin's active now. It's starting to heat up, so you're gonna start hearing Kevin again. People have been asking about Kevin. He's obviously fine. But my microwave decided it didn't feel like working anymore, so I decided that it was time for this microwave to die. So this is going to be the first thing that we go ahead and we blow up at our new gun range. My new gun range is very, very simple. Let's walk over there and take a look at it. All right, just due to my intense laziness, I didn't bother taking this camera off of the stand, as you can see from the shadow right there. So this right here is the new gun range. It's pathetically small compared to my old one, but it will work. I wanted to keep it small and low to the ground because I'm actually shooting down from a hill. I'm not sure how well that's picking up on camera right there, but I'm shooting downward in this direction from up on that hill, and nothing's going to go through this wood, but if something like ricochets and goes past the wood, it'll have to go through this little brush area of trees right here. And if it manages to make it through there, in this direction, we have another downward slope, but it also comes up to another hill in that direction, probably about 15 feet higher than what it is that we're actually shooting at. So that right there is going to be a good temporary solution, at least so I can make content until the people are done tearing down the trees that are back in that direction. All right, now it may take me a little while to figure out angling and whatnot on this new gun range, so you'll just have to bear with me. I have the microwave down there, and I love the idea of hitting it with some soft lead, slow-moving rounds. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Kevin likes the idea as well. But I have some 38 soft lead rounds, just 38 special. We're gonna run them through this Rossi R92. And I'm just gonna pepper that thing with a couple of rounds. I only have 3 in here because I want to see how much damage these actually do. I don't want to just litter the thing with a bunch of holes because I have several different calibers that I want to try out. But we're gonna start off with this right here. Let me step. Where's a good spot? All right, if I put the camera right there, can you guys still see the microwave down there? I'm sure you can. And if I stand right here, you guys can see me, and I'm in line with the microwave. All right, let's go ahead and send some rounds downrange. Clank. Well, the microwave definitely no longer works. All right, so I'm gonna aim for the middle now. Oh God. Man, that 38 special really fucked up that microwave. Now comes the fun part of the after action report. So I hit around right there just in the center with all this glass. I kind of expected it to go right through that door panel. One round looks like I hit all the way up here, and another round, I don't know, I'm assuming I hit right there because we have another big hole right there. I was hoping to hit somewhere in the area of right here, but I guess I did not manage to pull that off. Let's look in the back to see if anything came out. Alright, so unsurprisingly, the one that hit the door did come out of the back of the microwave. I'm not surprised, that's just glass and sheet metal right there. Looks like the one that hit the top of the microwave did do a little bit of damage right here. We have this bulge right here on the back of the ventilation of the microwave, and I'm not sure where that came from because the other round hit somewhere right here, and it was stopped. Let's go ahead and send another round, and I will see if I can hit the center of this panel right here. Looks like one of the rounds I pulled a little bit to the left. I was trying to hit one high. Looks like I got a little too high. I was aiming for the actual the digital area that shows the numbers on the microwave. I'm not sure what that's actually called, but I'll see if I can put a round right there in the center. You know what really irritates me? I literally just cleaned this microwave before it decided to die. I know me cleaning it didn't kill it because of the way that I clean it, but I mean, it was working, and then it just decided not to. And now it pays the price. Firing. Readjust our camera angle here a little bit. You guys can see that, right? Now firing. Alright, so I got 2 rounds, not quite center. Looks like I was pulling a little bit left, but pretty damn close to center. That's close enough for me to go ahead and say, hey, I hit the panel. Let's go ahead and see if these right here came out the other side. Taking a look back here, oh yeah, well, we at least had at least one come out. I'm not sure if that's both of them, but hey, we have some damage on the back of the microwave. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move on to something else. I don't really foresee this microwave working anymore. The impacts over there seem to have knocked out a little bit more of the glass that was right there, so that's very interesting. Alright, I made some modifications to my M1 Carbine here. I've been wanting to try it out for a little while, but I haven't had the gun range to try it out, so hopefully this runs a little bit more reliably than it did. These are just standard ball full metal jacket rounds that I'm going to be firing from my M1 Carbine here. I used to fire soft point rounds because it was all that I had, and the soft point rounds just do not cycle well in the M1 Carbine system, so hopefully these right here will run a little bit better. Okay, not quite sure what to expect with these full metal jackets in this thing. I'm not sure if they're going to fly apart, or I'm not sure if they're just going to pass right through. Let's go ahead and find out. Well, we hit it. Did we cycle around? We actually cycled around. Let's send another. Jesus Christ. Oh, hold on. We failure to cycle. I almost spoke too soon. Definitely better than it was. It's at least ejecting the rounds now. Okay. That was actually a lot better than I was expecting. This thing is still a little on the wonky side. I think that has to do with just how much movement this magazine has. I bet you if I were to polish up these feed ramps a little bit, because they always get caught right there on the feed ramps, especially if the magazine is facing in a downward angle. I bet you if I polish up those feed ramps, this thing right here will run pretty damn well. So 5 shots, 2 malfunctions, not great, but way better than it was. Alright, so as far as the M1 Carbine goes, I kind of tried grouping in this general area here. For the most part, it looks like I succeeded on that. Some of these are 38, but we got way more rounds here than we did whenever we originally fired the 38. I didn't even bother shooting at this because I kind of figured that the M1 Carbine round would go right through that, especially seeing as the soft point 38 special went right through it. But we have plenty of rounds right there. Let's see if we just so happen. Oh yeah, well, we had some rounds come through. Thank you, Kevin. It doesn't look like all of them came through. We're definitely hitting some crap that is inside the microwave itself. That's not letting the rounds pass through, but by the looks of it, towards the top half of the microwave, the rounds seem to come through just fine, but it's more towards the bottom of the half that we don't see any round penetration. So I'm gonna try aiming for the bottom half now, and we're gonna see if we can manage to get some rounds to come through that area there. Alright, I'll be honest, this right here is basically just because I feel like shooting something fat and slow at it, and in the spirit of using old school weaponry, since I was using my 94 or 92 action and my M1 Carbine, I figured I'd go ahead and I'd break this out. This right here is just a Volunteer Enterprise Commando Mark III. It's a M1A1 lookalike, not really a clone, kind of a lookalike. It's made to resembling M1A1. Chambered at 45 ACP. I just got a couple of rounds in this grease gun magazine that this thing takes, and stand right here, which I'm hoping is me on camera. Let's go ahead, fire some rounds downrange. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, buddy. Oh boy, I'm not sure if I hit it. These Thompson lookalikes, the Volunteer Enterprises, are notorious for not functioning very well, and that has a lot to do with the very poor quality magazine well in these things. All right. Okay, so this right here, I have chambered out, or I have it zeroed out for 100 yards. So I know for a fact at the I don't know, 30 yards that we're at, we're gonna be shooting high, so I kind of aimed a little bit low. Let's see where we hit. All right, well, I see where we hit. Definitely aiming, like I was aiming down towards the ground and we were hitting up here, so I guess I'm gonna have to aim a little bit lower. We got two definite 45 ACPs, just judging by the size of the hole. And it looks like in the wood back here, we got 3, 4, 5 right there above the target. So we were definitely aiming in the general vicinity that we were supposed to be aiming in, but I guess aiming down here was still aiming a little bit too high. Now out at 100 yards, 45 ACP tends to drop quite a bit, so that is what this is zeroed at. So I guess at 30 yards is still a little bit too high, but let's go ahead and see just for kicks. Oh yeah, they came right through this this microwave right here. Okay, oh hey look, one of the 45 ACP rounds seems to have struck the top of the microwave, and I'm guessing we hit right there. So maybe, I don't know. Ah, okay, I see. These rounds right here came out of the back of the microwave, and that's what those are. We had one strike the top of the microwave right here, that's what that is. We had one right there, and that's definitely a 45 ACP right there. All right, I actually have a really good idea. I'm gonna turn the microwave on its side and hit it with some, what do I have left? I have some 38 special rounds left. I think that's the only caliber I have left out here besides full rifle calibers. I'm gonna turn this onto its side, and we're gonna hit it a couple of times with some 38 soft rounds. How many rounds do I have left? I have 4 rounds left. We're gonna hit it with some 38 soft lead, and we're gonna see if we make it through the microwave long ways. All right, well, the microwave's just on its side. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what to expect with this one, just because I don't really know what is where in these areas of the microwave. So I'm just gonna try planting one in like every quarter section of the microwave right there. And we're gonna see if any of the rounds are stopped. All right, I'm about flush with the microwave. Can you guys see me right here? Yeah, that's good enough. Remember kids, when mowing my lawn you might feel a slight grinding sensation in your lawnmower. That's normal. Alright, one of these rounds I did pull a little bit high. I felt that I pulled it high. I was trying to aim like relatively in one area of each quadrant here, but we definitely smacked all 4 of them right here. This one was supposed to be more like in this area, and this one probably a little bit more right, but that's good enough for me destroying a microwave. Looks like we had 1, 2, 3 rounds come through, and whatever the round was right there. Ah, right, there was no round right there. Alright, so we got 1, 2 right there. This isn't adding up. So these 2 rounds seem to have gone out right there, and then we got one down low. That would be that one there. So this one up here seems to have stopped in the microwave. Ah, never mind, it came out the side right there. Alright, so it ricocheted off something and came out the microwave. Okay, cool. Well, our microwave has taken quite a bit of damage. Definitely a fun time. I have some full power rifle cartridges that I guess I can pop through this thing. Basically just because I feel like firing my Mosin. Haha! I got my M44 out. Why not put a round or 2 through this thing? You know, running the M44 here, it rearranges the teeth in your skull, and you can like really feel that it's rearranging the teeth in your skull. So yeah, let's go ahead and give my dentist a good workout. I have dental insurance, so it doesn't really matter. One thing I do want to say though, like I'm not joking about this, I actually mean this. It's gonna sound like a joke, but it's not. I use the blast from the M44 to kill mosquitoes. Whenever I come out and it's like summertime and it's like towards the evening, mosquitoes start coming out, I'll bring the M44 with me, and I'll just like every, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, I'll let out a blast from the M44 and it keeps mosquitoes away. That sounds like a joke, but I swear to God, I'm not lying about it. All right, let's go ahead and send some rounds downrange. All right, goodbye microwave. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Thank you, Kevin. Just how concussive this thing is. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I heard like the sonic crack of that thing as it smacked into the wood. Oh my God. I love this rifle so much. I have a headache now though. Alright, I don't even know why I'm bothering to come over here and look at the microwave. You can clearly see which rounds are the 54 rimmed just by the difference in power. These right here obviously struggle to get through this metal plating right here, but the 54 rimmed rounds absolutely just passed right through this thing. And I'm willing to bet, yeah, they made it through the other side with absolutely zero issues at all. You know what? I still feel like that's not enough damage though. Hey, I feel like shooting some 7.62x39 at it. I'm gonna go grab my AK. You know, I'll be honest, I was going through watching some of my older videos not too terribly long ago. I do that, you know, whenever I'm looking for ideas and inspirations and things like that. And I saw a video of me running my AK-47 and I wanted to run it. Attention YouTube reviewer, this is a 10 round magazine. Obviously it's a little bit smaller than the ones that YouTube doesn't like. This one right here is in full compliance of the YouTube community service standards. So 10 round magazine, there we go. Ah, rifle's on safe. Okay, let's go ahead. This is just standard tool ammo, full metal jackets. I'm just gonna launch it down at our microwave down there. We're gonna see what kind of damage it does. Let's send some lead. Well, we hit something there because we got some smoke. Sounded like we smacked into something too. So I don't think that we're hitting just microwave sheet metal there anymore. Okay. I didn't really have one specific area that I was aiming at with this thing, so I very literally just kind of aimed all over and peppered it. And pepper it we sure did. A lot of these are 7.62x39. Looks like a lot of my rounds were kind of bunched up over here. I had a couple of rounds. This is very unusual. I don't think that this was here. We had something hit and then it looks like it came out the side right there. Because that is an exit hole. We got, well, it looks like an entry hole right there. Bunch of rounds in all over the place right there. I think I'm gonna have to buy myself a new microwave, guys. Just an assumption, looks like we had a round or some sort of debris or something deflect and hit our door there. I don't see anything that could have come out this panel right here. Very interesting. Does our button still work? Hey, our button still works. We could still salvage something from this microwave if we felt like it. There's little pieces of metal and debris all over the inside of this microwave. Gee, I wonder why. Yep, she has definitely been completely destroyed. Ah, okay, I see. So what happened with our door was we had a round come through and hit something right here, and it blew the door apart, and it looks like it popped it open as well. Let's see if we can manage to close this without cutting the hell out of ourselves. That's closed enough. Alright, survey says on the other side, yep, we had a bunch of rounds come out. Looks like some of the rounds smack into stuff, and looks like other rounds just kind of passed right through sheet metal without even being slowed down. So that's just kind of what you get whenever you're shooting at things like this and you don't really know what's going on the inside. I feel like we should have more rounds in the upper left-hand corner on this side, assuming that the camera doesn't flop around video. Yeah, we should have more crap right here. So there's something inside the microwave in this general area that is stopping bullets, because we got a bunch of bullet holes right there and nothing coming out the other side. So we have something right there that is stopping rounds. Let's see if it stops. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep shooting it. I went ahead and I brought out some 223 because, hey, can't shoot some 7.62x39 without shooting some 223 as well. At least not in my book. I went ahead and I brought out a non-scary semi-automatic 223 firing rifle. So let's go ahead and break that out. All right, this right here is my Ruger Mini 14. I have a external 5-round magazine in this bad boy. So any YouTube reviewers, this is obviously not a standard capacity magazine. This is a 5-round magazine. So let's go ahead and load this 5-round mag into our Mini 14. I'll go ahead and I'll do a reload after I run these 5 rounds because I fired 10 with the AK-47. So let's just pepper this with some 223. This is tool ammo lead core. I don't really foresee much happening with this stuff. kind of aimed for the general area where the rounds weren't really going through, but I also peppered a couple of rounds in some other areas. Let me go toss another 5 rounds into this. All right, another 5 rounds. I'm just gonna do what I've been doing and continue to pepper the damn thing. Look at the way it's smoking. Man, that is cool. 223 rounds, it might not be a lot of mass behind it, but my goodness, are they traveling very fast. Let's go see what kind of damage we have there. I'm expecting on the other side, we're not gonna see a single 223 round that went through without breaking apart, because these are literally designed to break apart upon impact. All right, this is one of the things that I was a little worried about whenever I started shooting at this. Can't really tell the difference. I mean, these appear to be 223 rounds just because they're the smaller ones. Got a couple right there, a couple around there. I just kind of aimed for the general area of this microwave right here. Let's have a look at the other side. Looks like we had something ricochet and come up towards the top of the microwave. And other side, yeah, we got a bunch of little bits of debris. Definitely see that the rounds broke apart upon impact because all of this little pieces of debris and whatnot were not there whenever we had checked out the microwave last time. So we definitely did a little bit of spalling damage to our microwave. All right, there's one more thing that I feel like doing. We're gonna go ahead and put the microwave on its side like this, I guess. And now I'm gonna go get something a little bit more powerful than what we've been using. All right, so the microwave is on its side. We got a fresh side. Now I got a 12 gauge shotgun. This right here is my Remington 870. This one's from the 80s, I believe. I don't know, my father had bought it new, you know, way before I was born. So this is one of the old school ones. This is the 870 Express. This is rated for Magnum cartridges. You can tell because there's an M at the end of the serial number. And we have a 3-inch Magnum slug right here. We're gonna go ahead and send this round at the microwave, and we're gonna see how well it does. So if I stand right here, you guys can still see me. All right, let's send it at the microwave. Hey, microwave, fuck you. Oh my goodness. That was incredible. And I'm willing to bet that slug just smoked right through this goddamn microwave. Yeah, my God, that was amazing. We tore out the bottom of this microwave. Yeah, it smoked right through that and went right into the wood of this back berm. It knocked, it knocked the back piece of wood off. Oh my God, that was so much fun. My goodness. All right, now I have some double-aught buck. We're gonna get a little closer. We're gonna refire that just because 30 yards away, we're gonna have a lot of spread. I wanna get as many pellets on target as I possibly can. I have no idea if the double-aught buck is gonna make it through this as easily as the slug did. I knew the slug was going through, but I'm not sure about the double-aught buck. Let's find out. All right, well, these here are some Federal Power Shock double-aught buck cartridges that I had gotten from my local gun store. Double-aught buck, it says right on the package. But I had opened it up and I went to load it. And I was like, oh my goodness, double-aught buckshot has gotten way more powerful than it originally used to be. So this is actually slugs. Let me go grab some double-aught buck. I gotta go back to the house though. All right, take 2. This is some Remington reduced recoil double-aught buck 8 pellet. I've never used 8 pellet. I've only ever known 9 pellet. So let's go ahead and send a round at the microwave. Just because I don't know what this stuff's gonna do, we're actually gonna back up some just so I don't have to, well, I'm at less risk of ricochets. We might have less rounds on target, but until I know what these rounds actually do, I don't want to risk getting myself hurt. All right, I'd say right here is a fair distance, approximately. Let's go ahead and send this double-aught buck downrange and just see what happens. Well, definitely reduced recoil. I will give it that. Honestly, kind of felt like a pellet gun compared to the slugs we fired. Okay, so our reduced recoil rounds, they did in fact go through the sheet metal. We had a bunch of different rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like all 8 rounds hit on target at the distance we were shooting at, so that's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, Yeah, they came out the other side as well, so this reduced recoil stuff, it's still pretty potent, pretty powerful. I am not sure what this is in the microwave, but as far as reduced recoil goes, I am impressed. It went through the microwave. I might have to test out this stuff a little bit more and see what all it can do and just how effective it is compared to regular old buckshot. All right, just for fun, I'm gonna send another round of this reduced recoil buckshot at this microwave. This stuff is actually quite nice to shoot compared to the slug that I had fired earlier. Yeah, the 1 ounce Magnum slug is quite the powerhouse, my goodness. My God, this was incredible. I'm glad that my microwave broke. I was not sure how I was going to break in this gun range, but boy did I have a good time breaking in this gun range. I haven't shot in like, I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks since this all started, and I'm used to shooting every day, so my God, was this a welcome experience. I know I can't use my regular gun ranging. I gotta kind of, you know, use this direction, but it's a hell of a lot better than not having anything. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, buddy. All right, this reduced recoil buckshot, I gotta say I am wholeheartedly impressed with it. I was kind of expecting it to be like a less than lethal round. Boy, was I wrong. So, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. All of the Kevins are like screaming at each other right now. So obviously Kevin is fine. People have been asking me if Kevin's fine. Peacocks are quiet during the winter time and whenever it's not hot outside. Well, it's starting to get hot outside though, so they're gonna start making some noise. I guess I'm done with this video. It is running a little bit long, but my God, was it a great way to break into this gun range. So thanks for watching, folks. Subscribe to the channel. As you can see from the car in that direction, I do things like this all the time out here. So if you want to see more of it, like I said, subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, description down below has a link to all sorts of different stuff. Go ahead and go check that out. I have a lot of really cool ideas and some really cool content coming, so I guess this is going to be the next stage of the YouTube channel where we start this new range. I might have some videos pop up of, you know, my new work and whatnot, but for the most part I think I'm gonna like get rid of all the old work that I have, just upload all of that stuff and really start working on some projects and whatnot that I really think are going to do really well on this YouTube channel. And it's going to do, it's not exactly revolutionary information, but it's a really good resource to have, and I think it's really gonna do a lot of people a lot of good. So that's one of the things I'll be working on. Thanks for watching, folks. Like I said, you guys go off, have yourself a fantastic day. Been a little while since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. Poor man's Garrett. It's a shame that bolt action shotguns aren't more mainstream.